What is up, guys? Mr. NinjaStar75 here today, and today I'm just gonna go straight into it. Dragon Ball Super Episode 54 review. I'm gonna try to get this out as quick as possible, and yes, I am partially rushing it because I want to be first on YouTube, and I want to share my thoughts as quickly as possible. So let's get right into this episode. This episode started off right after last week's episode, where this episode isn't as intense as last week's episode, where Goku, now it's kind of just after last week's episode. Now, obviously, Trunks, we see Trunks first. He's doing some mental training with himself. He's like, man, okay, he's like, I don't know how I'm gonna defeat Black. I can't defeat Black at this state. I need to get stronger here. And of course, they get like this funny little thing with like Kid Mai and the Pilaf gang and everything. They're like, oh, Mai thinks he's like really cute and everything. As usual, we get this like really funny image in Mai's head where it's like, she just, you know in the scene where Future Mai died in Future Trunks' arms, Kid Mai just imagines that, but it's Kid Mai instead, and she just pretends to kiss him and everything. It's really funny, but like, after that we go to Zamasu and Gowasu. Got it right. Yeah, as we see Zamasu, he's actually about to complete his Kaioshin training, and then that's when they look at this other planet right here. No, actually, no, not that. They actually, no, when Zamasu makes soup, or, I don't know, no, tea, sorry. When Zamasu makes tea, Gowasu notices, this tastes a little different. I don't know if it's the fruit leaf, because usually when Zamasu's tea tastes a little different, it means something. A, it's either the tea leaves didn't work out, or B, it's a sign of evil or something. So, of course, he gets a little skeptical, and they look at, like, this little group of monsters, I forgot to name them, and then they keep fighting for no reason, and then Gowasu says, just look at them, won't you? And Zamasu's like, why don't we just destroy them if they won't stop fighting? And Gowasu's like, what? That's something a god of destruction would say. So of course he's getting a little skeptical of Zamasu, but then he shows them this thing to complete his Kaioshin training. It's this thing called the Time Ring. Now, this is where it gets good, because it could impact the story later on and foreshadow stuff. A time ring is, here's what it is. It's a thing where you can see into the future and go into the future, but you can't go into the past. That's it, you can only go into the future and see into the future. So, of course, Zamasu checks it, and he changes out his earrings as well, because to show that he's fully mastered the art of being a Kaioshin. And it's really cool, like, we see that they're still fighting and everything, and Zamasu's like, wow, and everything. And there's also this thing, meanwhile, back on Earth, this was in between parts of what I just talked about, but whatever. Pretty much, Trunks, he's just like, wow. So, of course, and they all have this discussion at, like, this food bar or something like that, where they talk about Zamasu's ki, and, like, should we take him out this early? Are they the same person? They discuss, and dang, Subitomo's music really kicks in at this point. Like, this is probably one of his best, if not his best, performed episodes yet. So they talk about it, and we says they're very similar, but Black's ki is much more evil than I forgot his name, Zamasu. Yeah, so of course, but then again, he can still change as a person since Black is from the future. So of course there's that. And Vegeta, after seeing how Trunks' mind is like, he's so intense, Vegeta's like, hey Trunks, I'll give you some training. So of course Trunks like really accepts it and everything. And that's kind of the main focus of this episode. Pretty much Vegeta giving Trunks some training. And as I'm just checking out the episode recap again. Pretty much, Trunks, however, does come up with a pretty good speculations. He speculates that Zamasu uses god powers to disguise himself as Goku. That's actually a pretty good thing. So of course, Trunks also freaks out hearing that Goku once fought a god of destruction, and he's like, if Goku's so strong, what can I do? How am I useful? And of course, so blah blah blah, this happens, and then we have Vegeta versus, Vegeta trains Trunks. It's very similar to Hyperbolic Time Chamber, like, I was legitimately impressed. Trunks and Vegeta instantly go, Vegeta's like, show me your power, and then Trunks is like, hi. He gets like a flashback of like when Vegeta showed him Super Vegeta back in, the, whatchamacallit, Cell Saga. So, Trunks powers up to that, and he's like, ugh, I remember this, father. And he's like, father, can you go Super Saiyan 3? And this is where it's kind of funny. Vegeta laughs and says, really, Super Saiyan 3? I can go even further beyond that. And finally, they pulled out their Super Saiyan Blue. That may actually be the first time this arc they've done it. Yeah, it has, because Oh, I don't know. It's just nice to see them back to Super Saiyan Blue again. So of course Vegeta, and then I also found it funny how they could have had a chance to let him go Super Saiyan 3. They didn't. I don't think we'll ever see it in canon. But back to the point. So pretty much Vegeta is training Trunks, and he's giving Trunks a hell of a hard time. Like, he even tells Trunks as a joke, if you can land one hit on me, you'll officially become stronger than me and everything. So he's pretty much just dominating Trunks. Like, he's destroying him. Trunks can't even land a hit, more or less, sense his ki. So of course Trunks is brutally beat down. Vegeta's like, wow, I expected more from you. And this is like, I can't believe you'd still use that bulky, useless form. And that's when Trunks sees a free moment, lands a hit on... No, he actually, before that, he actually thinks... He's like, man, Father and Goku are so strong now, they're totally gonna defeat Black. So, of course, this is what goes on in Trunks' head. But, of course, Trunks uses this opportunity, punches Vegeta in the face. Everyone is shocked. Bulma's like, Goku, are you sure we should allow that? Goku's like, we'll be fine. He'll be fine. It's Vegeta, after all. He'll go easy on his son. And Trunks actually lands a hit on Vegeta, and it's pretty funny because, like, he's like, I did it! I'll finally surpass you, father! Vegeta just walks off. It's funny. And then, meanwhile, back on Beerus's planet, we pretty much just see, wait, I want to check something. Yep. Trunks, yeah. Okay, Beerus... and Whis are just chilling at like Beerus's planet and everything, and the Omni King actually calls them, and Beerus is so shocked, he's like, ah! So he bows and actually slams his head on the table. It's really funny. And then Zeno, the Omni King, says, I want to meet Goku, and the episode ends off there like, what? So, and then that's awesome because in the next episode preview, we actually see Goku meeting Zeno and the Omni King for the first time, and obviously, like, Omni King, and some other people were being introduced to new characters. Great episode, I really, really enjoyed it. The first part, I wasn't really too sure about, but once it got with Zamasu and this Vegeta training Trunks, those parts were awesome. So overall, I give this episode a 8.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching my review, and hopefully I can get this out as quickly as possible. Bye, guys.